afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are listening to today's Life After Her video. I hope you guys have been doing well. My name is Nicole N. Sweeney, and I'm just so excited to be back on, guys. It has been 4 months since we all have chatted. I'm sure you guys have been busy with life, work, family, children, and whatever else you have going on in life. And I have been busy as well. But today I wanted to do a special video because I have just been thinking about life and going through my own journey and reflecting on things that I have been going through just in life in general. And of course, I wanted to provide each and every one of you with encouragement. And so I want to encourage you guys to forgive yourself. I know you probably were expecting something much more big and profound, but I want to remind you all that you have to forgive yourself. In life, we all have made decisions that we aren't too proud of, but it's very, very important that you take the steps and walk your journey of forgiving yourself. So, I just want to give you 3 simple principles on what you should do and how you should forgive yourself. The first one is you have to own it, acknowledge it. A lot of our hurt isn't able to be healed because we don't acknowledge it. And sometimes that is a simple saying, I am hurt, or this situation hurt me, or that person helped me. It takes not much to be able to voice those words. You have to own it, you have to acknowledge it, and you really just have to be able to get to a place where it doesn't define who you are. What happened to you does not define who you are. So make sure you acknowledge it. And when you are able to acknowledge it, you have the ability to stop it in its tracks so that you are not passing it down to the next generation or your children or your grandchildren or those, individuals that are around you. So when you acknowledge it, you have to own it and be able to fully move on from it. The second step in order to forgive yourself is to assess, right? A lot of things in our life happen. Some of it is no fault of our own. Life just happened. When life happens, we really have to take a moment and assess and reflect the things that happen to us because we go through life just moving on to the next thing, not really assessing and reflecting on the things that did happen to us. And it is okay to do that. And so while you are reflecting and assessing, do it around a community of people that will keep your heart guarded and safe, that will not use your vulnerable parts to use them against you, or will use your vulnerable parts to tell other people, right? So, number two, as I mentioned, you want to make sure that you assess it. And the third and final step is repeat. Continue to do that on a daily basis. You will always be reminded of the things that hurt you or the things that might still come up that you may not have fully dealt with. And so every day you have to make a decision to forgive yourself, to remind yourself that you knew only what you knew during that time frame and you made the best decision possible during that time. So don't blame yourself. Extend grace to yourself. After all, God allowed you to live through that experience and you are still here today. So, number three, as I mentioned earlier, you have to repeat number one, which is own it and acknowledge it. And number two, accept it and assess it. And number three, you just continue to repeat the cycle. You always want to make sure you are constantly building your confidence around self-forgiveness. So if you are around individuals that are not helping you to grow and do better, or always, reminding you of your past, then I would limit that time and that space that you have with those individuals, right? So that's very, very important to self forgiveness. So own it and acknowledge it, assess it and reflect, and repeat those 2 steps. All right, guys, I hope this has helped you on your journey of self forgiveness. I will do more videos in the future. In the meantime, you guys enjoy your lives. Be good to yourself, be good to others, and remember that God is proud of you. All right, guys, take care. Bye.